New kit is boring. If you want real style, you got to shop dead people's wardrobes. Be honest, you've already spent half your paycheck on cycling kits this year. But does any of it actually make you look like you know what you're doing? Here's the thing, the new collections from the big brands, half the time they are boring as beige wallpaper, which is why all the stylish cyclists, the ones who care about flexing as much as riding, never stop digging through vintage jerseys. So today I'm spilling my 5 best kept eBay secrets. The shops where you'll find everything from retro gems to complete disasters that are so wrong they're actually brilliant. All cyclists buy jerseys to tell the world who they are. Problem is, the latest collection don't always give you the vibe you're chasing. That's why I love digging backwards in time, finding the vintage jerseys with proper personality. Jerseys that either match your bike color perfectly or scream so loudly they drown out your average Rafa rider at the cafe stop. Sure, you could set up an eBay auto search for that dream jersey, but unless you know exactly what you want, you're better off rummaging through the shops I'm about to show you. Trust me, your heart rate will spike quicker than your FTP test. Autumn and winter, perfect time of year for a bit of online jersey hunting. Normally, I'd kept these gold mines to myself, but today I'm feeling generous. So here are my top 5 eBay vintage jersey shops. All links in the description. Grab a pint, grab your tape measure, and let's go treasure hunting. This Italian shop is massive, chaotic, completely unorganized. You basically scroll for days, but that's why it's brilliant. This was actually the first big vintage shop I stumbled across years ago, so it's got a special place in my heart. I've found loads of banging jerseys here over time. Pro tip, measure your favorite jersey before you buy, pit to pit and collar to hem. The shop lists exact sizes, so if you know your numbers, you won't end up with something that fits like a crop top. Much more civilized, nicely organized by size, easy to shop if you disregard the sick soccer wallpaper in every single product image. You'll find proper classics from the 90s plus newer stuff. Prices decent. And you can combine shipping, which makes it even more tempting to fill the basket. Big, clean, well stocked. You'll find oddities, rare gems, and well-known retro jerseys too. You might have 1,000 jerseys per size to choose from. Prices are pretty good, so yeah, this one's dangerous. As the name suggests, entry price is a $5, so yes, this is where you go bargain hunting. They've got everything, expensive vintage classics, pro team jerseys, and a load of absolute randomness, half stylish, half what the hell, but that's the fun. Over 500 jerseys per size, all categorized properly, so you don't end up falling in love with something 3 sizes too small. If you're lucky, you'll bag a trophy jersey for the price of a pint. My absolute favorite. Why? Because all items are well chosen. No scrolling through endless junk to get to the good stuff. You'll find iconic woolen jerseys, legendary team kits, and loads of curiosities you've never seen before. Prices are solid, quality is high, and the shop feels like it actually respects your time. This is where I go when I don't want to gamble, just want a proper vintage piece straight away. So there you have it, 5 eBay shops where you can basically raid the closets of cyclists past. Most of them are probably 6 feet under, but hey, at least their jerseys are still getting fresh air. If you're only rocking the latest kit drops, mate, you're missing half the fun. Now you've got the keys to the treasure chest, so keep digging. And when you score your dream jersey, tag me on Instagram so I can be jealous. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you want more cycling style nonsense, from vintage finds to the latest fashion crimes in the peloton. Ok, ciao ciao ragazzi!